Welcome back to the tail end of Group A. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a best of 3 coming up, and to the bottom right, we have the Blue Zerg. She's coming all the way from Korea, and she came all the way from Canada before that. It's Scarlett.
All around the world. Ooh. And in the top left-hand corner, it is our red, and it is Namshar.
By the way, we got some busting going on in chat. 47 is Bane busts the wall of hate. Hashtag save tempo 5 ever. And Lone Wolf 49 throws in 500 bits to save tempo. Mean Rifkin.
I'm just so emotional. I'm almost as emotional as I'll feel when we reach our sub goal.
112 and a 113. One more sub to go, guys. But yeah, bits coming in, and a donation just now from Nervoth saying hashtag save tempo because he all caps screamed at the internet to not kill him. Slim Pickens also throws 100 bits in to say hashtag save tempo and hashtag kill Fear Dragon.
Whoa.
Yeah, appropriate.
Jack in our match. That's my brother right there. But
I can't believe he would do that. You know what? This is like when it's the reverse. When Troy left Abed behind in community tempo.
Yeah.
This time Abed left Troy and he went all the way to Germany.
All the way to Leipzig.
And if that wasn't bad enough, he continued to steal the matches you wanted to cast. Ooh.
Oh my god.
That is some vindictive stuff.
This is deep. This hurts. Yeah, this cut's pretty deep right now.
You know the best way to get back at Fear Dragon, guys, if we're going to be real? His Twitter is at FearDragon64. Tweet at him and just say, your observing is okay. Don't say it's bad.
That's like a Fear Dragon approach, too. It'll kill him. Oh.
Your observing is 5 out of 10.
Yeah, it's just...
Because the thing is, you're not saying anything negative, but he's going to read into that like it's negative. It's the perfect way to get back at him. Yeah. That being said, if this ends up being the most epic and amazing ZvZ of all time, and with the contenders we have, that's possible, then we're going to hashtag thank Fear Dragon instead. Because if he didn't steal our match, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is good, right? It's Scarlett versus Namshar. They're two wonderful Zerg players from two different parts of the world, and both really good at ZvZ. If I'm, I think whenever I think of ZvZ, I say they're pretty dang okay at this matchup.
Oh man, more buds coming in with more bits. 500 to be precise, and save tempo. Woo-wee. We got a lot of tempo love in chat.
You guys, man, you guys.
I'm just saying, you don't know that this is the negative or the positive. Hashtag kill tempo might actually be the positive outcome. And you guys have been socially engineered and experimented on to inadvertently choose the negative outcome of hashtag save tempo.
Oh, this would be evil. You would never do anything like that, though. I mean, come on, right, Rifkin?
Right. Rifkin would never troll or do something weird like that or tell a bad dad joke. None of those things are in my character's wheelhouse.
Hell no.
But did we hashtag save tempo? Ask Lone Wolf. You'll find out at the end of stream, which might be after the series.
I think people are really concerned. Like, is it going to be...
Suddenly they realize, like, oh my god, we're like $70 in the wrong direction, guys.
No,
we gotta turn this car around.
I did want to note, Scarlett beat Rogue, excuse me, in the GSL in order to advance, so...
Yeah, but I want to note that Rogue's not doing so hot lately as well. Nothing against Scarlett, but...
It's still nice to say.
But this is where it gets really intriguing to me, because Scarlett has been practicing and playing Korea, and while she has absolutely taken up big names like Rogue, I'm going to remind you guys, Korea's not the land of Zerg.
No.
Europe is. And that's where Namshar lives, trades, breeds, and everything Zerg.
Too.
So, like, frankly, as good as Scarlett is, it might still end up being Namshar just has more practice at this matchup. I don't know. We're getting way too much into specifics, what ifs, and hypotheticals, but I do hold Namshar to some high regard. He's had better and better placement every time he's had a dream hack, and on his path to success, getting through to the round of 16 would be par for the course.
It would be awesome for him. That would be a really, really big boost to him, and, honestly, yeah, I feel like Namshar is like that player that has been on that come up and gets so close every single time and always improves and dedicates himself to that improvement. Now, this game itself, it's very, very similar. So, by the way, it started off the most tame that it possibly could have. You know, hatch gas pool into really fast third hatchery, delayed lair by getting the...
Shoot the whoop! No, he can only go for her larva. He doesn't get any, unfortunately, as she had made them all into eggs. So, a little bit of a waste for Namshar, unfortunately.
Yeah. It sucks when you don't have that other Baneling to follow it up. Ugh. Oh, but hey, the links that come by, they're going to be able to get 2. And if you can get the Baneling too, that would be cool.
Dagram in chat says, my favorite hobby is spamming Fear Dragon. Nice. But to be clear, I didn't ask you to spam Fear Dragon. One standalone tweet. Your observing has been okay.
Your observing has been just mediocre.
Someone tagged me. I'm a favorite.
Acceptable. It's been acceptable, you know. It's all right.
Dinwit says he's having an issue with the donation he made. I'll check after this game, dude. We're on a really long delay, though, so feels bad. Yeah. One of the Banelings could have popped. Would have been nice. Catch the Zerglings, but no! Namshar's the one who ends up eating a bad Baneling, and Scarlett controls herself really well.
Ooh, loses a few more of her lanes there, and now remember, a little bit of a tech difference is that Scarlett is going to be going for the Spire, while Namshar is looking to hit with a maybe +1/+1 roach timing, but it's very delayed. Ooh.
He's done something very interesting, though. Prior to actually scouting this, okay, he had an Infestation Pit coming up, but now he throws down the Hydra in. He knows about the air problem that is coming up. Infestation Pit might have still solved it. Fungal Growth, get a Viper in there, too. You can destroy Mutas, but it'll be a long time before you can fight. Hydras will not be out anytime soon. Not in the numbers that he'll need, because Scarlett, she's already coming out with 15 Mutas. 16 Mutas, excuse me.
By the 7-minute mark, mind you. So, I believe Namshar isn't even going to go for the timing caught without any anti-air. So, he's getting Infestors out, going to add Hydras to it, and then maybe try to hit, with like a 2-2. If he puts another Evo Chamber down. He did. Yep.
Alright, I like the idea of Infestors, but unfortunately, no Pathogen Glands. But the one thing I do want to bring up is that Infested Terrans were buffed, and while we don't see them a lot, they specifically have better anti-air guns. Or should I say rocket launchers.
Yeah, those things have freaked me out every time I see them. I'm like, wow, how is that coming from that like little tiny infested Terran?
I mean, I think at the end of the day, a fungal growth is going to be best, but landing that fungal growth is going to be very difficult. So that's where Infested Terrans might be the better choice. But a couple of Hydras popping out now. Those Infestors will need a good 20 seconds before they can actually cast anything too useful. Scarlett, in the meantime, does secure 4th and continues to get ahead back at home.
Yep, she was able to secure her 4th, and Namshar had his 4th up, but Scarlett was able to take it out. And now, this is a huge run by going into the main base of Scarlett. Or Namshar, wow. Imagine if she ran into her own base trying to kill her own stuff, that'd be weird. She has to watch out for these fungals, though. She stacks up.
Big fungal, big fungal. Corrosive Biles could also pair with this. She tries to split, but here's the Hydras, but they're shooting the Lings. They're wasting shots that should be on the Mutas.
Oh, a good amount of them do go down, though. That was a very risky play from, and it did not pay off.
Those Mutas went down, but so did these drones, and these drones are falling harder than, well, I was going to make a WoW reference, but I realized no one's going to get it, so never mind. But the chase off the base, 16 workers dead. This was a great attack out of Scarlett despite the Muta losses.
Yeah, the Muta losses, you know, it sucks, but she was able to get into that mineral. Her run-bys have been on point, and just the fact that she's still going to be able to mine from a 4th base, even if it's only the gas, means that she can do whatever she wants from here on out. She's opting not to, though, Rifkin. Just going into more Mutas, +1 attack here, too.
Rest in peace, Overlords. May you find eternal happiness wherever you go next.
Ooh. I like the melee upgrades, too. So, kind of an interesting play by Scarlett, opting to just be like, you know what, Lingbane Muta, bringing it back.
She's doing
I don't
really
know
well
if it's going to be good
home.
for the long run, though. Yeah.
In fact, income was... Oh, wow, this is impressive. For so long in this game, income was actually neck and neck. Almost nobody winning an actual income fight. But now Scarlett has really started to leap ahead. The worker kills, her own 5th base on the way. She has total control of the map for now. I do want to bring up, though, that this army for Scarlett becomes a little more flimsy as time goes on, and all it's going to take is a couple of good, sick fungals to really shut it all down. On top of the Banelings, on top of the Mutas, you name it. But the Banelings are finishing up on the right side, and these Infestors have to be paying attention.
Yeah, they only have about 1 fungal each. So Scarlett gonna try to split up.
Oh my god.
The fungal.
Oh, thank God for that fungal too. We would have lost all 3 of the infestors, but the fungal lands on the cluster of Mutas. It's a lot of extra damage. He's gonna win the ground fight, and the Hydras might be able to win the sky. Oh, it's tough to say, but the Infestors are going down. So are the Mutas. It's such an expensive loss on both sides of the field. Meanwhile, Namshar pushes through with Roaches. Says, I don't got time to waste with this. And he might just be able to bully Scarlett into submission.
Yeah, Scarlett doesn't have anything much on the ground anymore. She tried to get a good engagement in the middle. Nuh-uh. Roaches are not going to die fast lines.
I do like that she peels off, though. She tries to take on the Hydras because she knows it's a low count, but it's still not enough. Namshar, however, has not killed hardly any workers yet. He chewed through the Queens, he chewed through the Lings. Now he starts getting on top of the drones. He's going to chase to the bottom left. He's going to chase maybe to the main. These Roaches are kind of an AFK status, but he has, at the very least, evened up the worker count.
Yeah, I was going to say, surprisingly enough, it's about even workers. Scarlett is still ahead by 3. So that's kind of saying something. I don't know where all the targeting is going on, but Scarlett surprisingly is still alive if she can clean up the rest of... Oh, gosh, that's a lot of Hydras. Never mind.
Yeah, this is starting to look pretty good for Namshar. Let's not forget, through all of this, Scarlett has actually been trying to get upgrades, but it's for melee, and the Zerglings aren't going to save her here. She's not even making any. In fact, it's still just Mutas, Mutas, and more Mutas. So 16 of them hoping to kill the Hydra ball. There's a fungal too. Ooh, she's got to be careful.
Very. Huh. Among all this, Namshar decided to stay on 3 bases too, so it's almost like the most tech-heavy all-in you've ever seen on 51 workers, and I think it's going to work out for him.
Yeah, he's looking for a big fat ramp to go up instead of a tiny little choke like those rocks presented. Comes down to wrap around the third base, sends the Roach in first to scout. Love this move.
Yep.
Realizing there's really not much here. The Hydras could very easily win this fight, but not when there's Banelings. And this is where that fungal becomes so important. Do you fungal the Mutas or do you fungal the Banelings? And right now, Namshar's only got eyes for the Mutas. I don't think he knows about the Banelings.
I don't think he does either. This could be really bad.
Okay, well, here Roaches. We go. They deny mining on the 4th base while this goes on.
Here we go.
Banelings rolling in. Look for that fungal growth. He's still got it holstered. He's not used it yet. There we go, catches the Banelings. Now that's the fight Namshar can take. He'll push in for the win. Scarlett's down to almost no minutes. GG. Namshar takes map number 1.
Wow. Such patience, right? Like...
Dude, I thought he was out. Like, that attack from Scarlett was so savage early on. I thought she was going to have total control of the game after that.
Me too. It's just that Lingbane Muta, I don't think she made enough to be able to come from all sides. You really want to be able to surround it. Oh, wow. She kind of went up that little middle and hoped for the best.
I don't see a sub coming in, but apparently we got a sub at some point. So we're now at 1,013 out of 1,014 for our goal. One more sub to go. Can we get it before the cast ends today? That's the real question.
Right. I think we can do it. I think we can. You know what? I believe in you guys. You've come so... Been here, casting for quite some time. It's only right.
Okay, sorry, we're getting like there's more of these tweets coming and people are tagging me. Joey Smith says, Fear Dragon, your observing is okay. 5 out of 10. I mean, it's not bad, but not great either. It's just okay. Hashtag safe tempo, and then tags Rip Kings. I'm gonna just at Fear Dragon.
Too funny.
Your observing. Should I use caps or no caps? I'll just do no caps.
Just straight up.
You're observing. Or no, my feelings on your observing are like Switzerland. Neutral.
That's good. Well done.
All right.
I guess my mic is doing the thing again.
Oh, is it?
I don't know.
Oh, here, let's just restart the call to be safe.
Okay.
All right, getting tempo back here on the call as we hop into game number 2. Remember, this is the finals match of the group. One of these players will be eliminated and out of WCS Leipzig. The other one will move on to the round of 16, and we'll see him tomorrow possibly, as we will, of course, be back to cast some StarCraft 2 bright and early, 2 a.m. Pacific for that round of 16. But until then, in the top right, she is on her last life of the tournament at the moment. Can she bring it back? We have the Blue Zerg team experts, Scarlett.
All right, and in the bottom left-hand corner, the Red Zerg player taking it. It is Namshar.
Yo, I remember one of the first, I'm going to say big wins was watching him knock out Hearthstone. I could be wrong if this was the first time, but I think it was for the first time, was Austin 2 years ago. And then after that, he's just impressed me. Namshar manages to kill people you just would not... Because Namshar doesn't finish first place in a lot of weekly tournaments. He doesn't take online leagues. He's not placing highly in WCS, but he is that background player that's like, you don't want to fight him in a bracket because he might just kill you, and that's kind of what's happening here to Scarlett.
Yeah, no, you put it perfectly there, too. And he's not, like, out on Twitter and Reddit, like, you know, trying to be like, hey, look at me, you know, getting attention. But he's like that silent assassin inside of a bracket that, you know, you look at it and it's like, oh, you know, felled him a Namshar. Okay, I can get that, but you won't see him actually straight up win the tournament.
By the way, I just searched at Fear Dragon tags on Twitter. I'd say a good like half dozen people giving Fear Dragon the passive compliment, not compliment. Nice, you guys did it. You did it.
You guys are great. Yeah, you guys are great.
Keep in mind, Scarlett fans out there, because I know you're the most passionate people. We got to rally. If Scarlett loses, Fear Dragon's the reason we watched it happen.
Oh, okay. And she got nervous or something. We'll just blame it on the fact that nerves got to her because Fear Dragon.
I want to make this clear because I don't want anyone to think I'm actually bullying Fear Dragon. I love the kid. He's super nice. He's super awesome. And it's observing something okay.
There's nothing to say about his character.
I'm also 99% sure he was not the one who said, hey, we have to take this match and we're doing it maliciously for me. No. It was just like he's the one who told us. So shoot the messenger, you know?
Or, that's how you gotta be sometimes. Yep.
Well, tell you what, Namshar needs to send these messengers in, and they need to scout and let him know that there's lings on the way, because Scarlett is not making drones. She's making a lot of Zerglings.
10 lings on the way with that third base as well, so they're both going to be going for the third.
But the key thing is, Namshar does have a Baneling Nest on the way. So he might lose out to a surprising amount of Zerglings, but if he gets one good hit, Scarlett loses that advantage.
Oh, but he's still droning. He doesn't even realize the threat yet. So this could be an issue. I think Namshar should make the safety Banes at home, even if it's only 2 of them. It's something that you usually want to do, because you're expecting your opponent to be at least doing the same thing. But if he doesn't have time to do it, Rifkin, he's going to be able to... Oh, no. He's not going to be able to get enough in time.
It's Morphin on the ramp. He wants to protect it, but yeah, not going to happen. Expose that here. Queen goes down pretty quick as well. No protection. Namshar... He's going to hide in the mineral lines and try to make Banelings over here, or at least force a fight, but no, this doesn't look good, Tempo.
No, it does not. Namshar dropping in supply rapidly. Scarlett has so many lings right now, and I don't even know if there are any Banelings at all. No, there might not be any lings to make Banelings.
There are none.
Nope. Absolutely nothing. Now, Scarlett is getting a few of her lings stuck here. She is still down by about 4 drones.
The chances of Scarlett losing this game are about equivalent to the amount of Banelings Namshar currently has.
Yeah, you might be right here. Scarlett even has Banelings now too, so I don't think that advantage is even alive anymore.
Well, so this is where it gets really interesting, right? Because they have stabilized in similar workers and similar bases, but Scarlett has that bigger army supply.
Yep.
If Namshar gets a God mode hit, it can change, yeah. But the likelihood of this is low. For Banelings to come in, they're going to walk right past the link, so you screw that. I'm going to go for the drones. Namshar splits a little bit late, so he takes a couple of hits.
Not the one he needed. Not the one.
GG. GG. Scarlett ties up this series 1-1 and sends us sailing into game number 3.
Beautiful. I love it.
Beautiful.
Now we go into that awkward stage where it's game number 3 in the ZvZ, where it's like, oh man, do I play greedy? Do I try to all in? Do I just do what I know? I get so scared in tournaments like this, man.
I think what you just described is actually the last thing Namshar should do. If he starts second guessing himself, if he plays like, oh, should I do this because she knows that I'll do that? Like, I think that's how you throw the series before it even gets going. I think Namshar actually has not just solid but confident ZvZ. And a loss like that sucks, but it happens. And if he shrugs it off and goes into game 3 with a clear mind, I think he's got this. That being said, Scarlett might just cheese him out, and maybe he doesn't know how to deal with it. Either way, the map is going to be Backwater, one of the new maps, that one that's got that little river in the middle of it. And we'll see if the map has anything to say, because it does have that awkward, wide open, natural, but a safe and secure third.
Yeah, so this is going to make it so it's going to be harder to pressure the third if you do go for the 3-base Ling. And, you know, 3-base Ling Bane is going to be a lot harder to do. So I don't know if we're going to see that. Perhaps we will see something different.
Oh, by the way, Neeb actually lost to Lambo. Holy crap.
Whoa!
I mean,
really?
Super congrats to Lambo. That's impressive. But
dude, we're saying we love Lambo.
I'm really curious what happened, because Neeb has been losing to lurkers a lot, and I'm wondering if that was what it was. Either way, we might be able to catch the Group H finals, depending how this times out, guys. Neeb versus either XY or Xanster. Personally, I'm hoping for Xanster. I know it'd be another ZVP, but I love Xanster.
I know. Can't hate that kid. Like, spend one weekend with him, and I guarantee it.
Well, guys, we're still on the hashtag save tempo, hashtag kill tempo train. A lot of you guys are like, maybe if we hashtag kill tempo, he respawns to come back tomorrow. But if you save tempo, he never dies and he never comes back. I'm just saying, you don't know which direction it is, but right now it's like 75-5 in favor of save tempo.
So you know what, the StarCraft thing, it is what it is. Thanks, guys, for saving me. Later.
Tempo still doesn't know what this is for, and you guys will find out. But
I don't.
I'm telling you, you might want to hashtag kill tempo. In the bottom right side, to kick off game number 3, things are tied up 1-1. With her victory just now, it's Scarlett.
And in the top left-hand corner from Sweden, it is Namshar. Currently teamless, I believe, yeah. Unless he just joined a team.
I know he left Dead Pixels a while ago, but again, Tempo making one of these things where I'm like, did he check first?
Yeah, I did check. I checked Wikipedia, but
good.
I just didn't know. What if he joined a team when he walked into the building at Leipzig?
Just sitting there. You know, that happened at GSL though. I want to make fun of that, but that happened. There's people waiting for like Bunny and a couple others to join that weird new Korean team. They had contracts handed out, like sitting in the corner waiting for them. Like, yeah, so it's not so crazy.
Yeah, it could happen.
I do wish there was more reason to have teams in StarCraft though. One thing I've actually really been enjoying watching other tournaments, like with CS:GO or PUBG, you name it, is watching the amount of team icons. Like Team Liquid, for example, has a bunch of different streamers who all have the Team Liquid logo, but with varying different colors of said logo. And when people are cheering for them, they're just spamming all the different logos from the streamers they're sub to, and I love seeing that. But we never see that in StarCraft. We never will, because there's no teams to really represent. Right.
You know, they just come and go. Team Liquid, the one that you even referenced, is basically one of the only ones that's been around since the beginning of time.
Yeah, the closest I've actually seen to this was Stats, when he was fighting, and we just saw everyone spamming Stats fighting emotes in chat. Not Splice, but just the Stats fighting emotes. Because I'm like, you know what? It's at least unifying under a player. It's something that they've got. Like, actually, if I was a pro player and I had a stream, even if I never used it, I would make the emote something people could spam when they watch me. I think that would be the best thing you could do.
No, that's a smart thing to do. Yeah. Maybe you should be a team manager, man. Be like, hey, I got you.
Trying it one time. Yeah. My players disappeared and felt bad. Couple of Zerglings here will not get much done. Scouting might be the best thing they can do. In fact, they don't peek in deep enough to see the Banley nest.
Okay. Can't even really assume it too, because like sometimes you'll see it go into Roach, they'll skip the Banley nest. But I'm a little bit surprised. We are gonna see this aggression coming out, and I guess it is too hard for you to wall off. But I always wonder, like,
I can wall off just fine.
Yeah.
How dare you assume that I would have trouble walling off?
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were a god. I can build off creep. I can do it.
I can only build off of creep, actually, as a Terran player.
I know, this is true.
All right. Namshar didn't super cut workers, but he did cut a lot to make this initial attack happen and has gone back to droning immediately, perhaps hoping to provoke an overreaction out of Scarlett, maybe pick up some drone kills, but he's going to have to kill 10 or more to really make this worth it. However, nice positioning of the Queens between the band there. Still might lose them to these Zerglings.
Oh my gosh, yeah, but it's like the best positioning she could have gotten. And now the Lings are flooding in, something that I did not expect.
Gonna get some more of these kills, starting to make this more worthwhile. 24 workers to 28, and Scarlett lost 2 queens through this. The queens are gonna hurt a lot, actually, because that's missing inject time, that's no transfuse saving up. Those are pretty nice snipes for Namshar. But
yeah, she actually has 0 queens.
But Namshar's not going Banlings behind this. He's gone for Roaches, and he's already started up his +1. Banlings will not work in this transition, and if Scarlett over-dedicates to the defense, that's the best thing Namshar could hope for.
Okay, well, here we go. The queens are popping out. There's only one Baneling. She needs to make more, and she is.
That one Baneling can ruin everything. Namshar is very aware of this, so he's walking as far away from it as he possibly can.
Yeah, I think this is best for him to fall back. And he's just going to drone up. Oh, he's actually fighting in a pretty decent spot here. But as soon as that top lane goes down... Look at him late to the party.
I was going to say, the Baneling wasn't even necessary. He still dodges past. That's actually not bad. 1-for-1 there. Maybe looking for some scouting, but he's going to feel okay because of the attack. There's no counter potential for Scarlett. Not with that wall up.
No, I think Namshar is going to be perfectly fine. He knows that he has his third base secured, and it gives him the confidence to go up to lair as well. So with this +1, we're going to be finishing pretty quickly.
Oh my god,
I think he's in a really nice spot.
The bottom of the natural ramp has some straight up like Michael Bay lights. Look at that lens flare.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck? If you zoom into it too, it actually like goes in and out. It's like
yeah. What the front door? All right, drones are back on the course. Scarlett's actually going for a drop overlord, which I think is kind of interesting. She cannot really break the wall, but who needs to break it when you can go over it potentially here at the main base? So that'd be cool to see. Namshar does have vision of this though, so already got a queen chasing it off. On his way to a lair, he's gonna have those roaches in due time. Scarlett's still droning behind this. And with her lair, I'm wondering if it's mutas, because there's still... Well, I guess she does have a roach warren, but there's no sign that it's going to be roaches yet, right?
Not yet, no. She hasn't... Carapace could be anything, right? Like,
right, exactly.
So, she could go for that roach style that goes into mutas, but I don't know. I feel like we'll find out as soon as the lair is done, obviously. But if she does go for roaches, she is behind in that department. Like, Namshar is about one phase of droning ahead of Scarlett, and also already has his +1 ranged.
One is kind of canceled up by the armor, so I'm not sure it'll be that big of a deal. The +2 will be as he gets his own armor with a double Evo chamber. But on top of this, Hydra Den. So
yes.
Roaches are great, but they've got limited range. Ravagers are okay to shoot over that, but Hydras are definitely better in most instances.
Yeah, once you get the Hydras out, and they get to a pretty decent number, unless you're standing in Corrosive Biles, then I would assume that the Roach Hydra is going to be a little bit better. So, yeah, here we go, though. It is going to be a neat Roach Rift, yeah.
I can only imagine what that would look like, by the way. You're standing underneath the Corrosive Bile, you look up, and it's just like a meteor coming down again.
Well, this kind of sucks.
It's like a deer caught in a
probably
headlight, man.
Stand. I wonder if I should move. Yeah, literally. Deer in a meteor shower.
I gotta tell you right now, by the way, I've got ambient sounds off and I'm already sick of this map. There's like bird calls and everything.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you about that too, and I just can't get rid of it.
I'm so sick of it, man. It's a interesting
I thought
aesthetic.
you were just whistling in my ear.
Like, yeah, I'm just saying, every time you start talking, I'm just like...
I was like, yo, you don't have to do this, man. You really don't. Yo, that's actually pretty good. Not bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Big roach attack. Thank you. On the other side, I might be tone deaf, but apparently I can make bird sounds. Big roach attack coming down here for Namshar, but 4 banelings in the main. He's not looking to...
Whoa! 12 workers go down.
Meanwhile, the roach fight not going much better. He's actually pushed away from this. Namshar came into this looking fantastic, but he walks away with those 4 banelings right up his main.
Yeah, he lost so many drones there, and now Namshar, feeling confident once, is going to kind of pull on back and say, you know what, this might not be the best idea. Can't really remax as much as I thought I would be able to. Like, 12 workers is a lot, right? If you looked at it, Scarlett was at 67 after that, and Namshar was at like 54. Was that you whistling or the game? I can't tell.
No, it's the game. I'm literally not doing it anymore. I know, it's ridiculous, right? Lurker Den is going to be the choice, and Lurkers will trump a lot of what Namshar has. If he doesn't have his own Lurkers, there's not going to be really a way to fight that.
No. I mean, he can even still use the Hydras in the fight, but once those Lurkers come out, it doesn't really matter at that point. Unless you have an overwhelming number, it's just... the amount of bullying that you can do and setting up with positioning is so sick.
Thank you, Jan. I'm an idiot. I said Michael Bay picking explosions when lens flare is J.J. Abrams a la Star Trek. Thank you for correcting. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired. I know the cast started at like 6, but I've been up since like 4.
Yeah, not same here. But it's all good. We're going on in.
This is not a great attack, though. Corrosive Biles aside, Namshar's fighting against Scarlett's Concave. He does have an upgrade lead, which is nice, but it's never fun fighting against that up ramp dynamic.
never that. I guess the Hydras are what have given him some confidence as well as that upgrade lead. But the fact that Namshar is pushing back is really good for him because it does not allow the Hydras to turn into Lurkers. So if ever Scarlett were able to get these Lurkers out, this would be great for her, but she's more focused on getting this concave, and if she can just make a few, I don't know if it's going to get her killed.
Namshar's positioning here is really unique. If you guys can't see, it's hard to see. There's tall grass here. So Scarlett loses vision on about a third of the army every time she fights because it's hiding behind the grass. But Namshar can see it because he's the one in control of the grass. So he really starts taking control of the fight.
Oh my, yep. And with the upgrade lead, Namshar's going to be pushing on here. This fourth base is going to go down.
Oh, Corrosive Pulse deny the roaches.
The hatchery's good. Dead.
Meanwhile, he's got a hive coming up behind us. You know, if Lurkers are going to be a problem, he might be able to meet them with Vipers. Blinding Clouds, Abducts, they go a long way.
And even if he wanted to, he could go into Broodlords eventually, but I think just putting the pressure on the ground is going to be a lot better. Getting Vipers, pulling those Lurkers out of the ground, Blinding Clouds on everything pretty much, but focusing the Lurkers will definitely be
on
great.
the backside of this, though, look, Namshar had 4 bases matching Scarlett, now on his way to a 5th.
Yeah.
Fighting around here and pressuring, it's actually really important he doesn't over-dedicate. He's got a lead, and he knows it.
And what he's doing right now is just, poking and prodding, continuing to keep his good concave, but the Lurkers are going to add a little bit of difficulty to the positioning, so he backs off. I'm out of here.
A little bit of difficulty. It's like a straight-up impossibility. There's no Overseer here.
Nope. He had to, like, focus on, what? Corrosive Biling where the Lurkers are, but yeah, that's kind of iffy to do.
People are saying the map intro should just be bird calls.
You should do the map intro for it, yeah.
Hey, Tempo, my dude, I gotta do something I really didn't want to do, but I gotta give you the camera, so you gotta observe. I gotta be right back.
Alright, no problem, guys. Alright, well, here we are looking at a maxed out Namshar to a Scarlett struggling, trying to get our 4th base on while Namshar is on that 5th. There's going to be a big Roach run by on the bottom side towards Scarlett's base, but another engagement inside of the middle of the map allows Scarlett to hold the ramp with Lurkers, but she does not have enough here to deal with the Roaches that Namshar has. And now she's going to try to split enough, but remember that upgrade lead that Namshar has is still here in effect, but the numbers are going to favor Scarlett. Takes them all out, and Namshar going to try to move up the ramp. Not necessarily the best thing that you can do when there are 2 Lurkers now. These are basically Scarlett's lifeline. I think they're both limited by gas, and Namshar has been trying to get an angle for the past, like, 4 minutes here. After he was, well, it was more like 2 minutes, right? I think after he got pushed back, that basically was the time where he was trying to finish the game but couldn't. And now that Lurkers are here, that means that the game is going to be extended. Scarlett is trying to get up to Hive as well. I think she's going to get a sick Roach run by, though, coming on over here. While the Vipers are also on the way here for Namshar. He's going to be going for a huge drop inside of the 3rd base of Scarlett, while Scarlett is still getting a run by on the other side, sees that the Vipers are out, but here comes Namshar, and Scarlett is ready for it. Roaches and Hydras and Spore Crawlers, this might actually be bad for Namshar, who's losing a lot of his supply, and Scarlett is everywhere inside of all of these different bases. Namshar is losing drones at a much more rapid rate than Scarlett was, and she holds. Once she gets down her Hive, I think she's going to be able to get Vipers of her own. Remember, was this the game that she went for the Spire? I'm trying to remember. If she did, then she would have been able to go into Greater Spire a lot earlier, but it looks like she won't be able to do that. It is going to be the Vipers most likely. And here comes Namshar, or at least Scarlett moving. Namshar does have the Vipers, though. I don't know where her Lurkers are. She's trying to do this with only Roaches and Ravagers, but here come the Lurkers from behind. It's only 2, but they might go a little bit too far forward. Pulling them out of the ground, yoinks for days, and this is a really bad angle for Namshar because all of his units are kind of boxed into that base. But I think he has the numbers here. Yes, he does. 116 to 104 army supply. Scarlett is on the move, and I think her harassment is done. Corrosive Vials trying to get what they can. This is a big deal if Namshar is able to push this all the way back to Scarlett, who has no Lurkers to fall back on. She's moving into a corner. It's a trap. There's no Lurkers here. And I think Namshar can just take this army. Yep, there's no way this army beats it. Scarlett, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
She's still holding on to supply, but not here. Not on this part of the map.
Yeah, I don't think she knew the map. and maybe thought she could go into that other base, but then she trapped herself. And that might be the killing blow for Namshar and knock Scarlett out of the tournament.
I mean, 3-3 is a big enough hurdle to get over. He drops a ton of links to try and block these units. GG! Namshar with the 2-1!
Oh my god, we were talking about it.
Yo, I mean, I knew this was possible because of, like, I've been following Namshar. I know how good he is. Scarlett, I mean, she may have been able to take on someone like Rogue, but she wasn't able to take on a European who fights and breathes ZvZ every single day. So, yeah, super congrats to Namshar. He does advance on to the round of 16, and unfortunately, Scarlett fans, she will fall.
Indeed. But it really makes me happy to see Namshar moving on up, right? Because sometimes you feel like you reach a point and you're just not progressing, but Namshar, yeah, steadily progressing in the shadows, and I think he might be able to get a spotlight this time around.
Well, that's pretty nice to see. Yeah. We're going to see if maybe we can catch one of these other matches. Possibly Neeb versus Answer.
Let's see. Oh, that would be so sick if we could.
If we could, but we're going to go commercial break while we find out if we can. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back soon.